Kenyatta, Honorable Basil Robert.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm a member of this committee, and I appreciate the majority leader for bringing this bill to the House. As my friends have said, it's important we look at the cons and the pros of this industry. Gambling is very addictive, Madam Speaker. So many people have committed suicides. Young people have not been able to complete school because of gambling, loss of properties for so many, family separations because of gambling, Madam Speaker. Those are some of the cons that this particular industry brings. When I talk about the pros of the industry, gambling does generate employment to so many young people. It does generate revenue for the country. And Madam Speaker, gambling does bring charitable work, particularly when you talk of corporate social responsibilities that is associated with the operators in this particular industry. Madam Speaker, the reason why I support this particular bill, one of it, in addition to the pros that I've already stated, it terms illegal gambling. Madam Speaker, a lot of illegal gambling has been taking place, particularly the offshore gambling, and Kenya as a country has been losing a lot of money. Number two, Madam Speaker, the reason I'm supporting the bill, it does protect minors from the effect associated with this particular industry, and that is one of the very solid reasons why I'm behind the people supporting the bill. Madam Speaker, I've noted the majority leader is not in the House, but I wanted to mention to him the reason why we wanted to reduce the taxation from 15% to 13%. One of the simple reasons why gamblers are moving to illegal gambling is because when you put multiple taxation, you discourage the operators and you attract, or you make it attractive for people to do online and offshore gambling, which as a result makes this country lose a lot of money, where at the same time we want to generate money. Madam Speaker, we are also recommending for unified tax to be employed in this particular industry. Some countries have done it and have been able to generate more money because the bottom line of regulating these particular industries is to tame illegal gambling, generate more revenue for the country, as well as protect people who could otherwise be harmed by this particular industry. So, Madam Speaker, with those few remarks, I join my friends in supporting this particular bill and looking forward to ensure that the industry can be so beneficial to the nation. Thank you. I submit.
Thank you. The Honorable Bishop Jackson Kosgeis.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. From the onset, I am a member of the committee that deliberated on the same, and I take the floor to support the bill. This, as has been mentioned, is to balance between the negative and the positive impact of this gaming. I once listened to a friend say, this is one thing you cannot put up with, but you cannot do without it. Because of that, there is need for a regulation to regulate the environment within which the same is done. It is being undertaken and practiced by our brothers and sisters, our fathers, our children, our friends. We cannot bury our heads in the sand and pretend that it is not happening. Because of that, the country and nation and government has a duty to protect its own people from such practices while they practice and exercise and enjoy their freedoms. That environment must ensure that the same are protected. Number two, Mr. Speaker, is that we wanted to, in this bill, regulation is necessary so that we can protect the vulnerable in society, which includes children. We also looked at it, and as we went through, being an old act that was enacted in 1960, we felt that we must make the law responsive to the current needs, challenges of our time, including technology. So it is important that this bill be enacted to reveal our practices in the past. The last one of the consideration was about the people who have been captured and made addict to this, that they needed to be assisted. They need an assistant. They need to be helped out of it. Those who have desired to leave the act of gambling, there is got to be a legal environment that provides instruments that will assist and protect families also of the person involved to be able to have a say in managing a person who has reached this stage. We need a law for that. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I support the bill. Thank you.
Kimani Kuria.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. And from the onset, I would like to thank the Committee on Sports for the good work they have done on this bill. However, Honorable Speaker, as you're aware, as per our standing orders, the Chair of the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning, I did write to the Speaker